Jeff Koinange live at the Intercontinental Hotel. What a Inspiration Thursday it's been. The first one of the year. Actually, the second one. Today is the 8th. But what a story. Maurice Odumbe coming out, spilling his heart, going through hell and back, for lack of a better phrase. But he's still standing. That's the most amazing thing. He was a hero all the way down to zero, disgraced cricket player, but nothing can take away his accolades and the achievements he has made for this country called Kenya. Despite what you all or some of you may think of what he did or did not do, this man is a true legend. Just ask Robert Burale. He'll tell you straight up. Twitter handle is Burale1 and Koinange Jeff. Hashtag is JKL. If I could just read a couple of your tweets. Winnie Mokeira says, indeed, you know your friends when you are down in the valley. It takes great courage to tell such a story, Maurice. Martin Ondi says, it's sad seeing Odumbe like this. As a country, we should do more to our sportsmen and women. Yeshia J says, Maurice is our hero. We need to lift him up. Ryan M. Samir says, today's JKL is too remorseful. Odumbe is all weeping. Kenyans, let's support him come back to his normality. I tell you, man, it's powerful. It's powerful. Anne Ojoa says, Odumbe is a fine example of how we should invest when the sun is still shining on our lives. Any regrets, Maurice? Any regrets?
It's easy to say how I regret having represented the Kenya, having gone out there, sweating, the blood, the tears, and all that. But I have no regrets representing my country. I have no regrets carrying my country's flag high. I will always cherish that. I will always take that to my grave. Probably it's only at the moment that things are not going the way they should.
You think they'll turn around, Maurice?
Well, I think after this they should turn around, and thanks to Robert, when we met in the streets of Nairobi, I could barely move the other foot in front of the other one, and well, he said, Maurice, something needs to be done. Let me try and organize, one or two things, yeah. And here I am now on your show, and getting out there, and I thank you both.
Yeah, Robert was mentioning that he got in contact. In fact, even David Ogot got in touch with me, and he says, look, people were always in denial. We go for the alcohol, we go for the escape, and it's downhill from there. Before you know it, you've hit rock bottom, and we never discuss it. Maurice, would you be willing to go through a program?
I will be willing, Jeff. I will be willing to go through a program, whatever it takes. Just to clean myself up, just to get out there and just be a man again, just to be normal again. Yeah, I would love that. I would love, to get any help that might be forthcoming from you, Robert, and many others.
Thousands of other people who are willing to help. Robert, how can we help? Can we start off now? Can people get in touch with you, since you are the closest link to Maurice right now? Can they get in touch with you?
Yes, anybody.
And we take it from there. What do you want?
Anybody who wants to help, they can inbox or even post on my wall on my Facebook, which is Israel Robert Burale.
Say that again, man. I think they just...
Right, okay.
Where did Israel come from, man?
Swag is the name.
Go on, give it again.
Israel Robert Burale. I've reached my 5,000 limit, but you can follow me, and you can also post on my wall. And my Twitter handle is Burale1. We need, for me, I feel that, if a guy cannot even afford not even 3 meals, 2 meals, I don't know how he's living. I would like people to come out there, we clean him up, let's get him a few clothes. I would even appeal to people who are willing to come and help pay his rent even for 6 months as we try and get him cleaned up and even get a job somewhere. Maurice actually one time told me he is willing to work as a tea boy. That was the most painful thing I've ever had from a man.
This cricket legend.
Yes.
He served tea.
Yes. And I remember there's a lady who people sometimes don't understand, but she's a lady of second chances, Esther Passaris.
Yes.
People don't know that she even gave you a job at some point. You understand? So I'm sure that he told me he's willing. Oh, Robert, right now I can serve tea. And I felt pain. Not that serving tea is a bad thing, but this is the cricket legend.
This is the legend.
So I feel as you're cleaning him up, I'm sure with David Ogot and a few other people, is that we even get him sorted that his house has been paid for. We get him some clothes, we stock his house with food, and let's raise him back to where he was, to be honest with you, because...
Absolutely. Sorry to cut you off, but there's a website known as Uliza Links.
Yes.
ulizalinks.co.ke, and the creative director Eric Okoye, he must have taken your story, and they ran with it. And he says we ran a story about Maurice on our blog, and we have received a lot of responses to help.
Yes.
Even Heshen De Silva is on board. Remember Heshen De Silva, who tried to commit suicide and several times, and it never succeeded, and now he's a billionaire out there. So he says, let Burale know that we have several people who wish to help. So again, they get in touch with Israel.
Robert Burale.
That's the Facebook.
That's my Facebook page, and Burale1.
Burale1 on Twitter.
Yes. We can give a number that you just text your name, and you just text your name and say Odumbe. Then we shall get back in touch with you, and however where you want to help, then we shall take it further from there.
Yeah.
Can I give that number right now?
Please.
Okay. Which camera should I look at?
That one there.
0727 011 858.
0727 011
858.
858. Thanks so much, guys. That's really cool. That's really cool. Maurice, is this your last chance?
Well, I think it's make or break. But I think after tonight, it should be all right. Now that the Kenyans know what's happening, what I'm going through, I think it should change for the better. Yeah, I think this is...
You're always so hopeful, though, Maurice. I can't believe this. You're always so optimistic.
Yeah, well, I'm around guys like you that I'm optimistic, that I'm at least assured of, I can at least see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
That much I can.
You were talking about Maurice back in the day. I used to see him at Gypsies, huh?
Yeah.
I used to see him at Gypsies, man, and surrounded by people. He was larger than life. And I used to say, man, if I could just reach out and say,
man. You would see it at that time. And you have those big cigars, those Cuban.
They're watching.
No, I mean, the thing about Maurice, to be honest, and many who know him, one of the greatest givers.
Yes.
Maurice would take a whole floor in a very big hotel and just throw a party for his friends.
For friends?
Yes. I wonder where those friends are right now.
Yes. Those same so-called friends.
You wonder where, and this is for anybody out there who you're in the limelight. Believe you me, everybody laughs at your joke right now. Everybody thinks you're the best thing since sliced bread. If you walk with bad shoes, they will tell you it's Giorgio Armani shoes. No one will tell you anything wrong. But when the lights go off, believe you me, 90% will walk out.
They'll flee.
Oh, yes.
Like a bat out of hell.
Oh, yes. And now I believe he has learned his lesson.
Have you, that's a good point there, Robert. Have you learned your lesson, Maurice? Have you?
I have learned my lesson.
Have you gone up to some of your old friends in the streets? You know, when you have been down and out, have you ran into former cricket colleagues, former whatever, people you hung out with?
Well, some of them don't even take my calls. They don't even answer my. Well, not even to ask them for money. Probably I just want a number. They'll not respond. When you want to shake somebody's hand, you can tell when it's a weak handshake, it's a lean one. It's like this bother,
Get away from me.
Yeah, this leech or something of that sort. I've experienced all that. I've gone to certain places where you see faces changing, it's like, what does he want here, and things like that. So I've learned my lesson. I've known who has always stood by me. And it's a tough thing, when you look back and you think, oh, so these guys were never for me. It was always because of what I could do and what I could provide. But it was not about my well-being.
Do you sometimes, I don't know if you're particularly religious or anything, but do you look up sometimes to God and say, why me? What are you doing to me?
I have done that so many times. I've undergone so many rituals that I will not mention here, but I'm sure you can assume what kind of rituals, So, yeah, and I've laid there in the darkness and I've questioned, is there a God? If there was a God, why would I be going through this? Despite what I've done, why would I be going through all these tribulations? For what? Well, what have I done to anybody? I've not done anything to anybody. I've not conned anybody. I've not robbed anybody. You know, and you know, why am I suffering like this? You know, and at times I even reach for the Bible. I read the book of Proverbs. I try and read, what do you call it? The other day I was reading about Job, you know, how he suffered and
Correct.
all that, you know. So in a way, at times also they give me inspiration. I've tried reading some things about Mother Teresa, a one-day prayer, one day at a time, and stuff like that. So it keeps me going, but I tell you what, I think this is the best that has ever happened ever since my band. This is the best.
Don't say that, man. You're going to get us all crying on this show. We don't want that, man. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. Robert, can you get cleaned up?
Yes, and it's amazing. He said the book of Job.
Yes.
Job was given double for his trouble. You need to hang on. In fact, I'll tell you this, and I'm telling you now. On Sunday, I'm taking him to church. We are going to praise the Lord like our life depends on it, because God is a God of second chances. I mean, when everybody walks out, he sticks closer than a brother. And I believe this is a turnaround. And let me tell you, he will turn other people's lives around. There are others who have gone through what he's gone through, but they don't have this medium to express what they're going through.
Also, they don't have his strength
To
because
admit.
anyone else would have killed him. I tell you, man, I know people.
Yes.
They would not be alive.
You should know people.
He would not be alive today. So his strength alone is half the battle won.
So he has something in him that needs to manifest out there.
Yes.
And I believe strongly that even Ibrahim Bilali, I hear his leg is a big wound, and I mean, this guy was in the Olympics. I think he won a bronze medal. And you know, when you're all watching Olympics and you're seeing the Kenyan flag and him lifting his hand and he's in the podium, every Kenyan is clapping. Right now,
Goosebumps, man.
Exactly.
Goosebumps.
Right now, no one is giving him bandage to cover his wound in the leg. Yet he was, you know, jumping up and down, and as he was throwing those boxes, everybody was celebrating with him. But right now he's somewhere he can't even maybe walk properly. And we need to get these people back to where they're supposed to be, because I am a great believer that God is a God of second chances. And through his story, many will come out. Many must come out.
Yes.
And when you come out of this also, I think now you look up there and say, surely I know there's a God.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Exactly. We must uphold our heroes. Yes, he has made mistakes. We've all made mistakes.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
But as long as still alive, if God can forgive, who are we not to forgive?
Exactly.
And you have brought him to the show. You have done a major thing for him.
No, I didn't. I mean, it was your story.
But it's your show. This is JKL.
If I didn't see your blog, then, you know, Maurice was, you know, forgotten in the dustbin. And look at him. I mean, look, I can't believe it. But it can't. A year from now, tell me, a year from now, will things be different?
I think we'll be back here.
Update.
Oh, yes. And
January 8th, 2016.
Yes, and telling Kenyans, thank you.
Probably sooner even.
Oh, hello.
Yes.
Look at the confidence.
Exactly. And
Look at the confidence.
He's reached so low that the only way is up. And the good thing about him now, the first thing to stop, if you want your road to recovery, you must stop pitying yourself. The longer you stay in a pity party, the deeper you get in stupidity, obnoxious, and you'll become desperate. But the moment you say, you know what, I'm going to look at the man in the mirror and sort myself out, that is the beginning of healing. Wow. No pity party.
No.
Oh, not at all.
You hear that, Maurice?
I hear that.
You hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, man. We've got a couple minutes to go before we end this show. And again, I thank you for responding to the APB I put out there because your phone was switched off for obvious reasons.
Yes.
Right? That camera there is yours, my brother. Talk to your people out there. Kenyans are listening to you. Talk to them.
Well, Kenyans, I did the best I could. Maybe I've made mistakes. Maybe I've said the wrong things, done the wrong things, but I'm asking for forgiveness, asking for a second chance. And for those I wronged willingly or unwillingly, I ask for forgiveness. You know, and Kenya is a great country. You know, let's all rally together. Let's all, you know, support each other, and, you know, let's leave a legacy for great-grandchildren. Let them know that, yes, we had people who did ABCD, and that's why, you know, we've reached this stage where we are so far. So I ask for your forgiveness, and I ask for your prayers, and let's look after one another. Thank you.
Well done. Robert, you get the last word, man. You take the show home.
I'm Jeff Koinange. One thing I will tell you, it doesn't matter where you are at this moment. There's always a second chance. If you've wasted 2 chances, there's another 3rd chance. You got to believe in yourself. But I'll tell you this, if you're an eagle, stop hanging around chickens. If you're the guy who everybody laughs at your jokes, you're in the wrong crowd. If everybody's following you and you have nobody to follow, you're in the wrong crowd. Believe yourself on the inside, and the outside will manifest radiance. Let's all stand with each other, and please pray for your enemy and your friends. It's the best you can do. Oh, no man, nothing but love. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, guys. You guys touched me today, man. I feel a tear coming. We've got to end the show real quick. Before we do that, people are watching you across the country. In fact, Bonnie is one of our cameramen who's in Kisumu right now, getting ready for Fidel Castro Dingo's funeral in the next couple of days. They're getting ready out there. But he says, stay strong, Maurice. His tears, your tears, will forever haunt those big thieves that robbed your career. You're a great hero indeed. And we have another producer of ours, Nick, director of ours. His name's Nick. He says, brilliant show. Tell Maurice to be strong and to believe his strength is encouraging to many. You're out there, man. It's coming. It's coming. I just got an M-Pesa from some guy for 3,000 shillings. Maybe it was meant for you, man.
I don't know. It's your phone.
I'm sure it was meant for you, man.
Okay. Well, you know what to do.
Eric Latif. You know Eric?
Yeah.
He says Maurice needs to be shown love plus support. That's the most important thing. And he says you're probably going through depression and you don't know that, but you're probably going through it. But you gotta hang in there, man. Hang in there. And then I got a guy, man. You gotta love this guy. I go to Valley Arcade a lot.
Yes.
My favorite job is in Valley Arcade. You know,
Yes.
This is not a promo. It's just, you know, it is what it is.
So we know where to find you.
Yeah, absolutely. Every morning about 10:30, I'll be there.
Okay, all right.
But the first thing I do, I get my shoes shined at that little platform. This guy called Peter. Peter says, it is too shameful in our country to forget such guys like Odumbe. Our government should do something.
Thanks, Peter.
That's Peter. That's Peter.
That's strong.
He feels for you, man. Huh? Alamin Kimanthi,
Yes.
the rebel, jailed in a Ugandan prison, thrown there and the key thrown away for more than a year.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Good guy, man. Solid guy. He says, hi, Jeff. I'm moved by Odumbe's story. Give him my number. Ask him to text me. I'll call him back. Thanks, bro. Alamin Kimanthi, I'll give his number. Gentlemen, Maurice, you're a legend. You're a hero, man. Hang in there. We're going to clean you up, man. Robert,
Cheers, Jeff.
let's do this.
Yeah, we'll do it.
That's our New Year resolution.
Oh, yes.
Our mission.
Totally.
Let's do it.
Yes.
If we can do this to Maurice, there'll be a ripple effect.
Absolutely.
We'll help these other guys as well. Right? Well done. Thanks so much for watching, folks. It's been an amazing Inspiration Thursday. Maurice Odumbe, still a legend any way you slice it. This man has fallen so many times, like Robert says, to the lowest of lows. The only way is up. And we're going to try and lift him up. But he's going to have to do it himself. It boils down to the man himself, if he's willing. And I'm sure after what he's been through, he's only too willing. Robert says, get in touch with him through Facebook. Something like Israel Robert Burale. Did I get it right? Israel Robert Burale. His Twitter handle is Burale1, at Burale1. Mine is at Koinange Jeff. The hashtag is JKL. Thanks so much for being a part of this show. By the way, there's a phone number, 0727 011 858. I hope you got that. I know you'll be asking for it throughout, but we're giving it to you. Because all it takes is just one person, folks. If we can just help this legend become a legend again, hey, what can't we do? If not us, then who? If not now, then when? Thanks so much for joining us. Next week, new show, new topic, new guests. Same place, same time. Right here on Kenya's television network, KTN. Thanks so much for being a part of this great evening, great week. Happy New Year once again. And let's think about the less fortunate and those who have slipped and fallen, having a hard time getting up. Thanks for watching. Good night.